Hey, this is something that I like to make, and you all see me posted about my cookbook, my e-cookbook, and I get a lot of folks who bought it that really like some of the simple recipes, and I'm going to show you how to make one here. It's very basic. I'm going to show it in a couple videos. And it's a Bbq Ciabatta bread. It's really delicious, and all you need to make this is short ribs, chuck short ribs. I get about 1.5 to 2 pounds of those. You got your roll of ciabatta bread. You got your gorgonzola cheese, and 1/3 cup of dry red wine. Use Cabernet here, and you're just going to need some olive oil. Not a lot. We'll get to that in the second part. So all we're going to do here, bring this right here so you can see, is we're going to take this pan and we're going to put the short ribs and lay them out. We got our oven set to 195 degrees. So we're going to take these short ribs and we're going to lay them out right on this pan here with saran wrap. See, just like that. And we're going to take our wine, 1/3 pint, use a beer pint, and we're just going to pour it over there. Just pour it right into that saran wrap. And then all we're going to do is just we're going to take this saran wrap here and we're going to cover the short ribs just like that. We got our oven set to 300, nice and covered, and we're going to throw that in for 12.5 hours. And in 12.5 hours, I'll be right back. Hey, we're back. So these ribs have cooked now for 12.5 hours, slow cooked in that red wine in tin foil. I said saran wrap before accidentally. Obviously, it's tin foil. And a lot of you, if you're fans of the ribs, as I am, what I would do if you were just going to eat these as ribs, if you like Tony Roma's and love the ribs, I would take the gorgonzola cheese for the last hour and a half, and I would drizzle it on top of the ribs and let it cook with the gorgonzola cheese. But I'm making this bread now. This bread, this ciabatta bread, Bbq Ciabatta Bread, is great here for Sundays. Whether you're watching the games, you're watching fights, you're swimming in the pool and you want a snack, it's perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the bread. And we start right on top, and we're just going to cut straight down and across on the bread. See that? Straight down. So our bread is cut in half all the way down. There you go. And then you've got two large pieces like this. And we're gonna take our oven. We had it at 195 for those 12.5 hours. We're gonna up it to 365. So as we're doing this, turn our oven back up because this bread is gonna bake again. So what we're gonna do with the bread initially, and let me show you how these ribs look. Beautiful, just fall right off the bone, these ribs, after cooking for that 12.5 hours. And remember, we had them cooking in that red wine, so we're actually going to use that red wine on the bread. I'll show you how to do that, but see, they fall right off the bone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just peel them off the bone. We're gonna take our olive oil here, and we're just gonna take a tablespoon of olive oil, and we're gonna put it on each side of the bread. So drop that in, let it drop, and then we spread it across on both sides of the bread. Spread it across, just drizzle it right across, and then our short ribs are falling right off the bone. The meat's coming right off the bone. Next step is we're going to take the short ribs, we're going to put them on our pan, and then we're going to take our saran wrap here, which has got that nice red wine mixture in there, and we're going to rub the bread on that mixture, just like this. Get it nice and mixed in with that red wine. Oh, drizzle red wine, man, it's just delicious. Look at that. Take a look at that bread. Get both sides of it. That red wine drizzles. Oh man, this is gonna be fantastic. Get the other side with the red wine drizzled like that. Both sides. Then, as our meat just falls off the bone, see how it just crumbles in your hand, falls off the bone. We're going to be putting our meat, spreading it across the bread, and do that all by hand here. Spread that meat, right across the bread like that. So the meat will go on one side of the bread, and then the gorgonzola cheese will go on the other side of the bread. This meat will just fall apart right in your hand. You can use a knife if you want to cut it off, but it literally just crumbles. See that? This has been cooking for 12 and a half hours. It just crumbles right in your hand. So we got our meat on there, then we take our gorgonzola cheese, we spread that on the other side of the bread. The other piece of bread has gorgonzola cheese across, and then we're going to come back and we're going to bake it in the oven. We're going to stick it in at 365 for 18 to 20 minutes, and then we're going to come out, we're going to take it out, and I'm going to show you the finished product. Delicious. So now for the grand finale, take our bread out of the oven here, and it is ready to go. Take a look. If you have a pizza stone, you can put it on a pizza stone and cook it too, and that'll make it a little bit crispier. What I'll do here is I'll show you what the bread's gonna look like. I'll cut a little slice. Cut a little slice here so you can see how that looks. Look at that. Delicious. Gorgonzola cheese is great with red meat. And it all blends together there. Oh, it's crunchy. It's delicious. Take a little bite here. Fantastic. Check out the link to my cookbook at the bottom. Bbq Ciabatta Bread. Enjoy your Sunday.